Now, my name is Andrea. I am your mission briefing officer. And the goal for our mission is to give you all the most realistic experience possible without having to have any training whatsoever, or having to get onto an expensive ride aboard the SpaceX Dragon, or having to deal with the discomforts of microgravity. So apart from us all being under the control of gravity, everything else here will be as close to realistic as possible. Now, the space station is itself an orbiting laboratory where we're learning from nearly everything that happens on board. And as we're traveling about 250 miles above the Earth's surface, we're conducting experiments that can only be done to reduce gravity. We are learning to live in a closed environment in space that's very closely controlled and monitored. And we're working on projects for our distant future, as well as immediate application on Earth. And all of these brave astronauts, who are from many different countries around the world, have in fact been doing all of this important work for over 21 years consecutively. That means that men and women have been living and working every day in space for the past 2 decades, making this international project absolutely real, and not some science fiction space station in some galaxy far, far away. Now, earlier today, I was over in our medical lab working on some cellular experimentation. We're trying to actually grow cells in a petri dish on Earth. It's quite difficult because of gravity. These cells grow slowly. They only grow in 2 dimensions, and eventually, they're crushed by their own weight. So, we don't get as long as we want to study them. But in reduced gravity, different story. Because those same cells, that same dish, will grow larger. They'll grow faster. They'll live longer. And they'll even grow in 3 dimensions. And this helps scientists better understand life on the cellular level, which has been a major medical breakthrough. And we use this information on Earth too, to help other scientists, to help cure diseases, to better understand genetics, and to help improve organ transplantation. But working with cells is not the only thing we do. We do all sorts of experimentation and research that's included, but not limited to, also working with alloys or blended metals. We're trying to actually mix large industrial amounts of lead and tin on Earth is nearly impossible because lead is so much heavier than tin. So in the mixture, the lead sinks at the bottom and the tin floats on top, like you see here. But in microgravity, these 2 metals will in fact blend together quite easily to form the alloy we know as solder. It's actually used in electronic parts for all of your phones and computers. So as you can see, we're pretty busy up here. But it's now time for my favorite part of. By the way, does anybody like tacos?
Yeah.
Can't go week without them myself. And in fact, last November, the astronauts finished growing the very first set of hatched chili peppers in space. And they made tacos with them. I heard they're spicy. Now let's see what I got here today. I got cream of mushroom soup. Looks tasty, doesn't it? Yeah, I know it looks weird. But that's because we gotta make sure our food is light. Gotta get this thing up here easily. We also have to give it a very long shelf life because I only got a pantry for the food, no refrigerator. So what do? We simply dehydrate it, took out all the water. So when it is time to eat your favorite dish, you grab your food pouch and bring it back all the way over here to the food rehydration unit. This is where we put the hot or the cold water back in, depending on what's on the label. And then you shake it up.